with dermatologist Wendy Sadoff. She practices in Farmington Hills and she's also on staff at Beaumont Hospital. And today, Dr. Sadoff, we want to talk about some of the oils that you see, facial oils. There are all sorts of them. One of them that comes to mind is argan. And are they necessary or will they help me? What do I need to do? Do I need to put oil on my face?
Not necessarily, but it is a huge trend. So it seems to almost be following the food trend. Like we went from fat-free, everything was oil-free in terms of skincare products and makeups, and now we're talking about oils. And they can be very beneficial. The studies are really limited though in terms of what we absolutely know from science, but we have some recent studies that looked at anti-inflammatory properties of oil, how they can increase the hydration by preventing water loss, and also actually penetrate somewhat into the skin and repair the stratum corneum, or what is the skin barrier. And you want as healthy a skin barrier as possible. It's very important in terms of all our functions, and so I think that they are helpful. I think it's hard to know which oil for a given person because some people will benefit from one versus another. For example, if you have eczema, the oat oil is helpful, and we've used oil baths in the past or oat baths, and so that can be helpful for that kind of a condition. So I think understanding what your skin type is. So almost the same way that we view other things, including medications. It can be perfect if you have that condition and you get the right medication. It can also be harmful if you're using the wrong product and you don't have the proper condition for that. For example, you can have an allergic reaction to one of the oils. I think people underestimate the problems that can occur with something natural. They think it's natural, there's no way it can be a problem, but I always remind people that poison ivy is perfectly natural, and you can have a problem with a plant oil just like you have, allergies to other things.
So if I was thinking of using the argan oil, why would I use it? When would I use it? Or would you suggest I first see a dermatologist?
Of course, I'm going to recommend seeing a dermatologist because it's really interesting that argan oil and olive oil can both have a high percentage of what's called oleic acid as opposed to another essential fatty acid, linoleic acid. We think that the higher linoleic formulation is going to be better. So actually, you may benefit from a different type of oil. So whereas one oil, is perfect for one thing, just like people thought olive oil was great for everything, and I saw lots of, ads and promotions for olive oil on your face and hair and hummus on your face and all that. It actually is harmful in many cases. It can be very irritating. It can actually disrupt your skin barrier.
So are we supposed to use these? If I was going to use an oil, do I put it in place of a moisturizer, or do I use it in conjunction with a moisturizer?
I like your regular routine to include a moisturizing product, and maybe there might be oil in that product. So some of the products that we recommend will have a percentage of oil in them, and I like that. That's been formulated for regular use. Maybe the oil, to try it as a treat or an interim product, would be the way to start, not a daily dousing of your face with oil unless it's been recommended by a dermatologist. For example, there are certain cases of eczema where in children we've recommended different oils and things like that to help the skin barrier, and it's nice to find a place for oils. I mean, they're inexpensive and overall they're gentle and well tolerated.
But are they really just going to be for hydration? I mean, I've seen some that can supposedly get rid of wrinkles. Would that be able to happen?
I don't think that there's any study that shows any permanent, long-lasting benefit from the oil. There have been some claims though, and I think we have to be careful about that. So I wouldn't say that they're wrinkle erasers at all. They are going to prevent water loss. They may penetrate somewhat and improve the skin barrier function. There was a study that looked at elasticity, that improved with application of the oil, but overall I don't think that they're your permanent solution. And I think a basic regimen that includes some of the very, very well studied ingredients like retinoids or antioxidants, but I think that they have a place, and I like to find them sometimes in the products, in the already formulated products.
Okay, is there anything else that you want to add about this that I didn't ask?
just be careful and apply it, maybe to a small area first to make sure that you don't have a problem with any allergy or irritation. And if you really have a problem with a condition like acne, I guess I'd, proceed with caution in terms of applying. So they can still sometimes be used, but there may be situations where you will exacerbate your condition.